Hello, my name is Jason Bartner.
And I'm Ashley Bartner.
And together we run La Tavola Marche.
An agriturismo, farm, inn, and cooking school.
5 years ago, we left our crazy, hectic lives in New York City for a much simpler, saner, healthier, happier way of living in the beautiful Italian countryside. How did we come to live in La Marche?
The first question when anyone arrives is, how did you find this house? So we came to Italy on our honeymoon in 2006. We were walking through Trastevere, which is a neighborhood outside of Rome, which is very much like Brooklyn, where we were living at the time. And I said, we could live here. And he said, oh yeah, sure we can. And I said, no, like, this is a moment. We could live here. And I still don't think you believed me at first.
Nope. And once we made our decision, yes, we're going to try and do this. We canceled our cable and we enrolled in language lessons, and we really kind of put all our energy into coming out here. In New York, I was trained classic French, and in New York it was more about what was in style, and here it's about what's in season. We cook totally with the seasons, and it's really more than the slow food movement, it's really the following what the earth is giving you movement, and taking the freshest possible ingredients and doing the least amount to them. I take whatever's fresh and do very, very little to it. I think it's taking the ego out of the kitchen, because as my job as a chef now, I think, or as a cook, is to get out of the way. Nature's made these ingredients perfect. Why would I want to transform them into something else? All I want to do is cook them and highlight them and make them the best that they can be. And it's a fundamental change. I really enjoy teaching people that you don't have to be a chef, that you don't have to spend a lot of money or a lot of time to create something that's delicious and healthy and quick. You can come home from work on a Wednesday, and instead of popping the box of macaroni and cheese or throwing that whatever in the microwave, with a few simple ingredients you can create something that for yourself and for your family is much, much better tasting and much better for you.
Into the magic.
We try to eat in a 0-kilometer diet. I know that sounds extreme. How do you say 0 kilometers? Well, we grow as much as we possibly can. We are an agriturismo. 80% of what you serve to your guests must be from the land and or from the surrounding area. What we serve is completely grown from our property, and we have the chickens that supply us the eggs for the pasta, and they also make us beautiful broth in the fall. Then we go off to the market to buy fresh produce and the milk and things like that are needed that we don't produce here on our farm. And it's to the meat and cheese warehouse, Domenico Fusciani's. Then we come back and start preparing the meal for dinner.
We're 19 tonight? 17, 18?
Jason had said, you have these grand ideas of us moving to Italy and starting a cooking school. I've never taught before. I said, but you're an incredible chef. I know you can do this.
Take one. Good, and come that way.
I'm going to introduce you guys to the philosophy of FASA, the 5 tastes of the kitchen, and how more than learning just recipes, it's much more important to learn kind of theory. One common mistake that people make is they do a bunch of pasta in a very small pot of water.
To worry about.
Then we're going to throw our pieces of garlic in whole, and this is something that I learned here in Italy. Yellow. There you go. What we're going to do is we're going to throw the garlic into the pan. At the end, when it's brown on all sides, you remove it. And this is ingenious, because if you've ever taken garlic and chopped it up and thrown it in and it burns, that burnt taste will never, no matter what you try to do, that burnt taste will never come out of the dish. So you just have to throw it away and start over.
Some stretching.
And stretch it. And I move. And I stretch. And I move. It shouldn't really have much of a smell. It should just smell like white wine and sausages. Oh well, okay. If you open them the wrong way, then you ruin it. together. Remember, the pasta, it's going to continue to cook even after it's outside of the water. It's going to suck up that liquid in your sauce. You want to make sure that there's enough liquid by the time it gets from the pan to the platter to the table, it doesn't come out dry.
I think we make a great team, and there's something so satisfying about creating a special holiday for someone here and connecting them through the food to the culture and the people of this area. And I take pride in that for sure, and knowing that for each one of these people this is a brand new discovery, and for them we are this key that unlocks that door, whether it to be to food or to the meat and cheese warehouse. But it is such a wonderful experience for us, and so it makes it new for me every time we have new guests as well, because it's this new excitement and this new thing we get to share and say, look at this beautiful place we live, this incredible food we get to eat, and this quality of life we get to living here in the countryside. And it just, I don't know, I love it.
It's a ton of work.
It is, but
It's a ton of work, but it's really, I wouldn't change one day of it. I love it. Are you happy?
I am. I did choke myself up.